Hey, it's Tyrone Jackson, a wealthy investor from Wealthy Investor Trade School, WITradeschool.com. Now, many of you have been watching all of my videos. You follow my podcast on Apple iTunes. You know how I feel about the stock market, and you know my passion for helping you make a lot of money. Now, when I say make a lot of money, I mean totally and completely changing your life as a stock market trader, as an investor. Totally changing your life as a stock market trader and investor. And we like to do that, see big changes within a small period of time, a 2 to 5 year period. So when you subscribe to Wealthy Investor Trade School, you're going to get my best trades and you're going to get the trades that complement my best trades as well as investment strategies that are so overlooked. And I am the only one in the stock marketplace sharing these trades and these investments with you right now because they make sense, because the institutions are behind them. Now let me give you some very, very powerful illustrations of how much money you can make or could have made just in the last 2 years. So let's take a look at a stock like Apple. Now, I'm just going to go over very quickly because you've watched all my videos on YouTube. You know how I feel about stocks. We don't marry stocks, we only date them, right? Emotionally, we're not married to a stock. We only on a date with it. And we only go on dates with stocks that have very, very strong fundamentals. So let's just look at Apple, right? And before we go on a date with a stock, what do? We look at a picture. Now, you've all written in and told me on social media, you make everything so simple. I feel like I can do it. I can understand it. You can do it. You can understand it. 2 year chart on Yahoo Finance. Notice that the stock was down here just 2 years ago. This is on a split adjusted basis below $60 a share. And if you've held the stock and you've just enjoyed the profits that Apple's been making as a company over the last 2 years, what's happened? It's gone up now to $128 a share and it is going higher. Now, that's nice to look at a chart, but let's actually look here on Wealthy Investor Trade School and look at what this means. You know, I'm a huge fan of, even if you don't have a lot of money, that you get started with the right financial education. This means $1,000 invested 2 years ago is over $2,000 today. $10,000 is worth over $20,000 today. And look at this, $100,000 is now worth over $200,000 in Apple stocks. $200,000. Just from what? Investing in a company. You and I, we don't run Apple, right? It's $200,000 in a company that is now a member of what? And listen to this, is really important. The Dow Jones Industrial Average. So what if I show you at Wealthy Investor Trade School how to invest in stocks that are members of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, established companies, so that you can make what? Great money on your investments. This is not about taking a lot of risk. It's knowing what to trade in, what the trends are, and where the billion-dollar companies are so they can make money. So now let's go back to Apple stock because I have to ask you a question. Because you've watched all my videos, you've listened, then it's time to take action to go to the next level. Obviously, listen to me because this is how, if you employ the wealthy investor approach, it's really important. What are the 5 other companies that do business with Apple that have charts that are just like this? Do you know that? Right, because although you may know Apple stock has gone higher, and somebody's going to write in the comment section, well, we all know that. Right, well, what are the 5 other companies that do business with Apple whose stock charts look just like this? We call this at Wealthy Investor Trade School co-relationships. And rather than taking a lot of risk, how about we buy a company like Apple and then we buy the companies that have co-relationships with Apple? You're starting to get the picture? This is why you want to become a member of WI Trade School right now, because there are co-relationships that are going on right now, and in the next 6 months to a year, these stocks are going to take off. Let's see another example, and we're going to go to Disney, right? Disney, ticker symbol DIS. Again, a 2 year chart. This is a 2 year chart. Do you like this picture? Now, I'm not in love with Disney. It's just a date. I'm going to use it as a long-term relationship, right? And long term in the stock market these days mean I'm not really going to assess my relationship to Disney until 1 year in the stock, because we're going to follow the earnings. But look at this picture of this stock. If you've gotten it down here around $60, right? Just 24 months ago, look at what the stock has done in this time. Now, obviously, it's going higher because they own ESPN. By the way, we call this a trade school understanding the story of the stock. Like, what's going to happen to push the stock price higher? They own the Star Wars franchise. As you know, Disney makes its money not only from theme parks, but also from merchandising. But look at what would have happened if you had invested in Disney stock 24 months ago, in a 2-year period, $1,000 would become $2,000. $10,000 is now $20,000. $100,000 invested is now over $200,000. This is amazing. Now look at this $200,000 figure, because you get in life what you focus on. You see, one of the things that I'm really good at helping you in Wealthy Investor Trade School is to focus on the right things with lower risk. But you cannot get anywhere near $200,000 or $20,000 and your money growing fast if you don't have a financial education. So why is it, after watching all of the videos, after, subscribe with friends on Facebook, all of that, what is your next step? It is now time to take action and join Wealthy Investor Trade School. Why do you want to do that? It's witradeschool.com. Really important. And the reason I'm speaking to you with such urgency and enthusiasm, why? Because there's stocks that are going to pass you by in the next 3 months because you don't understand concepts like co-relationships. It's ongoing Wealthy Investor support, 24-hour access to my videos. Trade School is 80% videos. And I'm going to tell you, if you subscribe to Trade School right now, the ones that you need to watch that will blow your mind. First is the Wealthy Investor Sweep. It makes your tax-deferred or tax-free retirement income go bananas, and most people really, really love it. The one I want, also video I want you to watch is Hot Stocks Part 1 and Part 2. Obviously, why hot stocks at Part 1 and Part 2? Because there's certain stocks that are poised to go higher in this market, like Apple and Disney, but they all have co-relationships with all those other companies. Therefore, you should do what? You should own all of them. So, investing in Trade School, right? We're talking about the idea. We know this $200,000 that's consistently made. I want to point out one other thing here. This $200,000 is both in Apple and in Disney. Why? These are members of the Dow Jones Industrial Average, and they have a co-relationship, don't they? Your next step right now is go to witradeschool.com and start your monthly membership. And if you start today, there's a discount for the first 30 days. Just to make sure that you actually like it. You don't like it after 30 days, then you simply cancel and you don't have to pay the next month's bill. But obviously, there's Q&A every single week, right? So not only do I have to post the videos of the hot trades and hot stocks, you and I get to interact and I answer your question. It is vital. If you really want to make big money, if you really want to change your life, if you really want to invest and have outstanding results, then your next step right now is to just not watch all of the free videos, but join me in Wealthy Investor Trade School. Now, before I go, because I'm quickly running out of time, please do not join Trade School if you're trying to make a fast buck. If you're trying to get rich quick, this is not the site for you. This is not what I do, and I don't want people in my program who are looking to get rich quick or trade penny stocks or any of that. That's not what this program is. Please go join someone else's website. But if you don't have a lot of money, or if you have money in a mutual fund and you feel like it's time for you to get that financial education and time for you to move your life forward and stop watching stocks like Apple and Disney rise and learn about co-relationships and dividends, Trade School is for you. So right now, at this moment, go over to witradeschool.com, start your membership, watch all the videos that are in there. You'll start to get my strategies and why they work. These are low risk because we only invest and trade in stocks that are members of the Dow Jones Industrial Average or the S&P 500. So the most stable companies in the stock market that pay dividends are the ones that we want, but we have to know the other companies that make money alongside of them. And that's the thing in the media that no one is talking about. It is now time for you to take action. Join me, and I'll see you inside WI Trade School in just a matter of minutes. Hey, this is Tyrone Jackson, the Wealthy Investor, saying thank you for allowing me into your life and allowing me to be able to help you. And now I'll help you even further at Wealthy Investor Trade School.